welcome. It's Brian, and this is Guitar Solo Reactions, and today we're back with the amazing Deep Purple. They have a new video out. The name of the song is called Portable Door. They have a new guitar player, Simon McBride. I watched a rig run-through with him. Seems like a decent guitar player. I don't think I've really listened to anything new by Deep Purple in probably maybe a decade. Although I've been doing these videos, most of the stuff I've been doing is from the 70s, 80s, and maybe the 2000s, early 2000s. So anyway, let's check out the new Deep Purple and see what's up. Here we go.
When it came to me one day in Jerksville, man, I was right on the edge. And that jacket's too small for a man of your size, and those socks are too big for your head. My eyes glaze, whatever you say, I'm listening, do tell me more. It goes under the bridge, right over my head, and out to my portable door.
So, obviously, from the, is it Mach 2 version of Deep Purple, we have Roger Glover on bass. You could kind of tell from the intro of the song, definitely his bass work. Ian Pace on drums, and Ian Gillan. They look pretty great, and, you know, but they're getting old for sure. So we have Simon McBride on guitar, like I mentioned. Kind of a cool riff, kind of a great song so far. And then Don Airey on keyboards, who I think he has a pretty long kind of roster of bands he's been in, whether it's been like Ozzy, stuff like that. So, so far, kind of a cool song.
I was trapped in a dire situation between reason and someone in law. The winner takes all and runs off with the ball, and nothing could pleasure me more. Times when I've spoken my piece, for a minute or two held the floor, but I can't get a word in, so here I am hurtling right up through my portable door.
Cool guitar solo. I think guitar tone wise it's like really good, but then there's like this kind of like high fidelity kind of end of it, and there's a fizziness to it that's really interesting. So I would normally attribute that to plugins, like doing amp plugins for recording. I don't know if that's what he does or not, but and then kind of those the PRS pickups specifically in that model are high fidelity kind of pickups is how I describe them. And my Paul Reed Smith, which is, you know, probably 15 years old, I switched out the bridge pickup to like a bare knuckles or something like that, something more vintage voiced, I guess. So definitely, I think it's a good guitar tone, just kind of really interesting to hear it. Maybe we'll go back and listen to it a little bit. So...
so bad. For once in my life I am bored. The public house beckons, I follow the call. Slip in through my portable door. The unlikely event came upon me. I wasn't prepared for the shock. Once round my neck, and twice round the deck, and the rest disappeared off the block. So here we are, and everything's changed faster than ever before. You gotta be joking, man. What are you smoking? Blowing out through my portable door.
Well, there we have it, Deep Purple, and they have a new album out, it says, and it's called Equals One. I would say that was a decent song. Would it pull me back into listening to new Deep Purple? Probably not, but, I like that it had kind of some Deep Purple isms, but whether it's Ritchie Blackmore, Steve Morris, or now Simon McBride, they're all pretty different guitar players. I mean, I thought Steve Morris was an interesting pick, like many of us probably, to replace Ritchie Blackmore. But I thought he did a really, really great job. So I'm sure Simon falls into that same thing. They've got a new record out. They're obviously going to tour. I don't know how much Ian Gillan has left in the tank. Maybe a lot. But they have to be close to 70. And for him to sing that strong is incredible. And Roger Glover, he's always been a really great bass player, a great writer, great producer. And Ian Pace is a long, undervalued, acknowledged drummer, as far as I'm concerned, in the rock world. Don Airey, I was just looking because I wanted to. He's been in, I thought he'd been in more things. He was in Cozy Powell's band, something like that. He was in Rainbow for a long time. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I thought he was did background keyboards for Ozzy. So he's done quite a bit with Deep Purple since, unfortunately, John Lord passed away. He started with Deep Purple again, or he started with them at the Bananas record. I don't know that one. But he's been with them ever since. And John Lord, what a hard person to replace as far as keyboard playing. I mean, one of my favorite keyboard players of all time, in sound and just approach, and just an incredible player. So yeah, he's done some, as far as getting back to Don Airey, he's done a lot of session work. It looks like Black Sabbath, Never Say Die, one of my favorite Black Sabbath albums. Tons of stuff with Gary Moore, which is probably, I know him from Corridors of Power. I remember that. He was on Bark at the Moon, Ozzy. Did some stuff on Whitesnake. Wow. Judas Priest, Painkiller, UFO. Way past the time I would listen to them. Glenn Tipton, Baptism of Fire. I'd love to check that record out. I don't know that. Uli John Roth, Transcendental Sky Guitar. I just saw Uli John Roth a couple of weeks ago. Great show. So if you see him come through, see him. Well, it's great to see that they have a new record coming out. They've got a new guitar player, some new blood, and, maybe I'll check them out on this tour. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. See what the record's like. See what they're doing. See if they come to my town, all of that. So if you love Deep Purple, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon. Bye.